What's up, Mexico City? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever show of the Pinche Gringo show.
How'd you like the graphic?
Yeah, awesome.
Badass. That's a real place.
Yeah. We're here live from Mexico City, Mexico, on Paseo de la Reforma to bring you all of the greatest news and fun topics that are related to the English-speaking word of Mexico.
Yeah, culture, music, comedy, food, friends, COVID.
Exactly. We've been doing this for a while. This is our 33rd episode officially. We started with the podcast. We moved on a couple weeks ago, but this is our first brand new in the reformatted show, Pinche Gringo show. We hope you're going to like it. And on today's show, it's our favorite topic, beer.
Ties. Oh, yeah, true. Beer.
Yeah, why did you wear a tie today, dude?
I got out of work from home. I tried to keep it pro. Yeah. And then I went to my own happy hour and then I got here.
There we go.
That's it.
All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about today on everybody's mind is COVID. It's the coronavirus. If you didn't know, there's a coronavirus in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And so we are going to go live to our resident earthling or Earth resident, Dan Gottschall, with the report on COVID. Dan, how's COVID going?
It's terrible.
Okay. Well, thanks, Dan, for your report.
That was great.
Really appreciate it.
He gets right to the point. That's what I like about our reporter, Dan, on the field.
All right.
Yeah, well, actually, why don't we go into something we call Meanwhile?
Meanwhile.
There it is. That's the new graphic we got. Meanwhile, in news this week, there was a tractor trailer that spilt with 43,000 pounds of macaroni and cheese on the highways of Tennessee. I don't know about you, Dan, but that wasn't very Gouda.
Boom.
Or, I mean, if you have macaroni and cheese all over a highway, does the 5-second rule still apply?
Depending if you're hungry or not.
Yeah. I guess so. That's probably what happened, is that there was one guy who was ordering that whole big 43,000 pound truck just to stock up on mac and cheese for the quarantine. Can you imagine having like a beer tap with just mac and cheese coming out? Meanwhile, in Virginia, there was a robbery in a grocery store, and two men who decided to rob the place, instead of using masks, decided to put on full-on watermelons over their head and cut holes, and they actually got away until they were apprehended later on. I don't even know where to start with this one. I guess you get to the grocery store and you realize, whoops, I didn't bring a mask and I have a gun and I'm ready to rob this place. Like,
well, I heard
the melons.
I heard that they had nice melons.
They got the nice polished ones.
They had nice melons.
Hairless.
First show, guys.
Yeah.
Boom.
There we go. And meanwhile, there was another thing that happened. What was the thing that happened again? Well, meanwhile, let's just move on to the next segment.
All right. No, our that's our segment for Meanwhile.
Yeah, Meanwhile. Hope you liked it.
All right. Well, moving on to our main topic of the day. As we said, there is a beer crisis in Mexico City. A couple of weeks ago, they shut down the plants and there has not been beer delivered. And also each borough, you can say, right? Each mini city in the city of Mexico City had made their own rules about what type of beer is being sold. Yeah. And they have shut down in most delegaciones the beer sales.
Yeah. Like, for instance, here in Dan's delegation, it's hard to get
actually,
there, right?
Alcalde, right? Delegation doesn't exist anymore. Alcalde.
Township, it's difficult. You cannot acquire beer from the store. However, in my delegation, Benito Juarez, yes, we are still selling, although supplies are limited and it's getting desperate, folks. People are buying Paris de Noche and Rancho Mix Ice. Something's got to stop.
Well, let's go into our special guest of the day. And I always say that he's Pinche Gringo's #1 fan, and he's one of our favorites, and he is a legendary rock star. Let's welcome Micky, and please, Micky, if I've been trying to say your name like 18 times. Huidobro.
My name is Micky Huidobro. How you doing, Julian? How are you, Dan? How are you?
I want one.
I guess there's some black or something. Sorry?
Oh, no.
I can invent what he's
Micky,
saying.
what is what does he say? He's like, he's mad. He looks mad. Now he looks happy.
The thing is, I hear like somebody else's vocal voice.
This is what happens. What's going on? Hey, Cynthia, why don't we check Micky's audio, and then we can go on and work with Agustin Aguilar over here. Micky, can you hear us? Oh man, quarantine internet.
Yeah, quarantine issues. But I got a joke too. It's not really a joke. It's more of a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if you were sailing at sea during the whole coronavirus expansion of the virus, and you'd spent 2 months at sea, and then you finally got to shore somewhere, and they told you it was going on, and they had masks.
And then
you think like my first thing would be like, my friends are doing a prank on me. It has to be a prank.
Yeah.
I
that would be funny.
It would be.
It would be really funny. All right.
Sure happens all the time.
Great. Let's see what's going on. Micky, how we feeling? We're gonna try this again, or
Yeah.
Micky?
Yeah, the thing is,
that's it. We don't have our headsets on. That's why.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was trying to tell you, but you don't have anything to.
Micky, are you here? There you go. We got it working now. Micky, how you doing today? Micky,
I'm doing kind of how you say, like it's a weird, because even though that you have to stay at home like for 2 months already. Yesterday I had an accident and I broke my left leg. So, and the right one is really hurt. It's hurting so much, so bad. And the thing is, I don't want to go to any hospital because I don't want to be contaminated with COVID-19 or something like that. So I'm living with a lot of pain right now.
Man. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're drinking some sake mate, and making yourself feel better, or some like a good tequila or something. No,
it's okay. Even though I'm okay, I just have like some bruises and like I'm gonna have surgery, so I'm like kind of worried about that. But
being on the podcast today will make you feel, or the show today will make you feel better.
Well,
we're gonna have to be more funny now.
Yeah.
Micky, first of all,
I was thinking on doing my own podcast because this story was great to start a podcast. So I'm gonna be like 6 weeks now doing nothing, working the less I can. So. Instead of playing the guitar, I can start my own podcast, and instead of writing a book, I can record an audiobook. It's much better the story to be told by the person who's writing the story and who has all the small details of what happened. So I think it's gonna be good if I start thinking in a podcast. But
you have audio equipment.
Sorry?
You have sound equipment? You have audio equipment?
Yeah, I bring it all over there, like in the back, but it's too dark. I was over there and it was pretty comfortable, but it's pretty dark.
Right.
So right over there is like a backdrop of Saque beer, and just beside is like one side is my dobro guitar and the other one is the bass guitar.
Well, Micky, I want to show you that we both have Saque beer, and we're going to open them right now and enjoy them with you. This is your beer. But I want to start the interview like I always start with every interview that I have with you. First of all, I want to tell you that one of the reasons why I'm in Mexico right now is because I was inspired by a movie called Y Tu Mamá También. And what is very interesting about that movie is that you, in your band, which some of our viewers from the United States don't know, Micky is in a band called Molotov, which is one of the most impressive rock bands, or the most popular rock bands of all time. And they wrote a song called "Here Comes the Mayo," and I really like that song. And one of those things really inspired me to come to Mexico, part of that movie. So when I got to meet you for the first time, you came to Pinche Gringo. you bought a sandwich and you just said, yeah, I'm going to post this on my social media. And all of my team around me was like, oh my God, this guy's super famous. He's the guitarist from Molotov. And I was like, that's cool. And we're so glad to see you. So Micky, like, thank you for being a great support to Pinche Gringo in all these years.
No, thank you. You always, and your people, the team you built. It's an amazing, and it's everybody has been so nice to me and our company and the beer and the ping pong and a lot of the things we make around the beer and myself as a person, as a musician. Is everybody over there really nice, doing a great job? And you're putting, I can tell you personally, you're putting the name of your country really high. So
thanks, man.
Coming
from a place. The other funny thing is that, and I'm gonna set this straight, so if anybody watching us right now doesn't know this, is that Micky's partner in the band, Randy, is not the Pinche Gringo. Right. Everybody thinks he's the Pinche Gringo, you know.
That's why people tuned in tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, the show must be about Randy.
Must be about Randy. And Randy doesn't like this, right? He does not like this, that they think he owns the restaurant.
I'm sure. Well, every Mexican, like if you go to Acapulco and there's like a Mexican trying to talk about the tourists, generally tourists are Americans in Mexico and Acapulco, places like that, or used to be. So the way they refer to the tourists is like that Pinche Gringo has the money and he's gonna pay for your whatever. Huh? So it's like a reference. Pinche Gringo is a reference of Americans, which it started maybe in a unrespectful way, but then the word pinche started to look like friendly. No, like I came here with my pinche amigo and all my pinche friends, and you refer to people like pinche every time you can. So I think the reference about pinche is really soft now, and it's like a really friendly thing. So it's like a friend. You know? It's like, you are my friend, you are my pinche amigo. You are the Pinche Gringo. You are the guy of a restaurant, the Pinche Gringo. So I have
Roberto, when he does interviews, he always says that the connotation of the word pinche is because you love somebody. Like if you say, hey, pinche Micky, it's because I have a lot of affection for you, right?
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I'm drinking this, but I cannot make it to the fridge.
Judging. I don't even believe it's Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's not a sponsor or whatever. It's just what I have over here. You know, I'm not in Mexico City right now. I'm in the middle of. I'm how you say like.
Top secret.
I was away. I wanted to be away of a lot of congregation of people on massive things. So I came to Querétaro, a really small place, and not many people around and really quiet. So I decided to pass the COVID, the pandemic over here. So my internet sucks. If you want to get something like a really nice cheese, you have to drive like half an hour to the first decent supermarket and stuff like that. So it's been very hard for us to deal with. I'm also a pizza maker, a cooker, so that's not a good word. So for me, getting the right cheese and the right dough, the sourdoughs and all those things, it's really hard. And so now with a broken leg and the other one really hurting me, it's
going to take you a while to get to the grocery store now. Yeah.
Mick, things first. Ping pong night. I know you miss it, and I know that we're going to have ping pong as soon as possible. But I want to let the viewers know that Micky comes to Pinche Gringo every other week to play ping pong and to have this incredible ping pong tournament where people can come in, learn how to play, etc. It's a really great thing, and that happens on Thursday nights. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We don't know when that'll come back. But the other thing is, Micky, is that not only are you great in a great band, but also you have made a great beer called Saque. So tell us about, why did you get into the beer business, And what does your beer represent?
Okay, this is a really funny story. That is gonna be also in my personal podcast. The thing is, I don't have any kids. I've been married like 30 no 18 years right now, or 19 years, and I have no kids. So I'm what you call DINK, double income, no kids. So I pay a lot of taxes and stuff like that. And my accountant just told me, please get something to waste some money, because my wife, she's also really conservative in that way. She doesn't go for shopping for expensive things. She doesn't like going out to expensive restaurants and stuff like that. She's really simple. And so I have a lot uh, of other expenses, like paying taxes. So my accountant said, like, why don't you just spend some money in something you like do something you like, spend some money. Say like, well, I was on a racing team, but it was kind of dangerous. so and I couldn't make it every weekend to the races. I was playing everywhere, so it was kind of hard. But
So tell
after
me,
that, I decided to buy like a beer and make my own, start my own brand of beer. So I started with Saque Mate, and wanted to make like something really personal that everybody who knows me appreciate. Where I'm staying here in Querétaro, there's an I don't know how you say, like a river that comes from, like an under river, something
an
like that.
underground river.
Yeah, underground river, and there's a kind of potholes with the water, like natural water. So I wanted to give to the people my personal water from the garden, and all the way I have to walk to my neighbor's house, is like my Alexandra's mother,
Right.
and on the way there's a lot of bushes of rosemary. So I wanted to put that on my beer,
Okay.
but as usual, everything doesn't come up like you wanted. And one
Oh yeah.
6th of January, the 6th of the last year, some cows came to eat to the garden. I have like
Right.
some pastar. I don't know how you said that in English. Like eating pasto, grass, eating the cows eating grass. They came in, and one of those cows fell into the pot, the pothole, and she, the cow was there uh, 3 or 4 days dying, and nobody could take it away from there. So
Right.
no, no, they didn't even wanted to give a shot, to like a gray shot to the cow. She was suffering, and nobody couldn't make it to pull it out of a pothole and stuff like that. So all my idea to give you like the water of my property was kind of completely fucked up. So sorry for the
No,
word.
no, I understand. So
I hope
you
nobody's
can buy
listening.
sake mate from Pinche Gringo, and we're going to talk about how you can get it later. We're a very proud place to serve your beer, Micky. Micky, I want to let you know that we are pulling for you. We didn't know this until we went on air that this happened to you. So we wish you the best in your recovery, and thank you so much for joining us again, as you've joined us so many times and supported us. And thanks for being on the show, Micky.
No, thank you. You have also been so nice to us. That's really appreciated.
Great,
Thank you.
thank
Have
you.
a nice weekend and have fun.
Salud.
You're funny.
All right.
You're really funny.
Micky from Molotov on the show today. That was great. Thanks, Micky, for joining us. Man, I really didn't know until like right now. Like,
Yeah, shit happens, I
yeah,
guess.
I guess it shit happens. All right. Well, let's bring up our next guests on the show. These are two prominent brewers here in Mexico City. They are also friends of Pinche Gringo. We are welcoming onto the show Agustin from
Come on
Cyprez. who I call Honey because he's got the sweetest beer in all of Mexico City. And we have on the show as well Gustavo González from Cosaco Beer. Welcome, guys, again. You were on the podcast, but you're on our first episode of the Pinche Gringo show. Thanks for coming on the show today. Wonderful beers for both of you. Gustavo, let's start with you. Talk to us. You have been in the business since 2000, almost 20 years, and you are one of the pioneers of artisanal beer in Mexico City. A lot of great beers that you are come out with. So talk to us about how you are faring right now in this contingency of the coronavirus.
Hi, boys.
Hey, what's up?
Well, we've been doing home deliveries of bottles. We have 6 bottles, 6 varieties, and we have been doing growlers also. So yeah, I've been driving to north, south, east, west of this city every week, trying to deliver beer and trying to just get afloat of this. Yeah, we've been hit pretty hard with this because we're a 90% draft beer brewery. So as obviously as you, our clients, customers are just shut down. We've been able to just to switch, to adapt a bit. Obviously, profits are depressed, but yeah, well, I mean, I have the philosophy of just keep going on, and I haven't got any wages, or I haven't done any wrong shit to my people, because just I would feel uncomfortable to have stress on their stress. So yeah, we're not getting any profits or nothing, but we've just been hanging on and having fun. Really, I mean, dropping beers like in the old times to north, southeast, west of the city. Yeah.
So you have changed your product a bit, because you were, as you said, 90% draft beer, and now you're selling in bottles. How did you make that switch, and what is the result of you moving over to bottles?
Well, we're really making the bottles already, so yeah, we have several customers who were buying our bottles still, but the business was based on the draft, and the bottle was kind of like not a compliment, but something that we've been doing for some years. And fortunately, I have been doing beer and filling bottles for quite some years.
Okay.
Old Fart.
Old Fart. What a great name for a beer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the other ones.
Drink it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Is it gonna smell all right?
Nice Old Fart.
Yeah.
There you go. Agustin, how are you guys faring right now? Agustin, you also have a really dynamic delivery business. And during this quarantine, we know that you go to an OXXO or a 7-Eleven or any of these convenience stores, you can't find beer. So how are you getting to the customers, and how are you guys doing?
Well, boys, do you hear me okay? Yeah?
We hear you perfectly.
Are you in space? You
Yeah.
sound like distant land.
Yeah, hope so. Just
You
in
can
case.
use
Sometimes you get that.
That's his deep voice.
With some beers, you can get to Disneyland in just a couple of hours. No worries. Gustavo, nice to see you. Nice to see you, boys, as well. Really, really glad to be with you. It's as Gustavo says, it's been a really different stage of doing our own businesses, moving from the zero sales from closed places to just getting online and just to really good fans that all our brands have made, for sure. From yours, guys, you have lived through this in these 2 months, and Gustavo as well. And it's just like we have people that supports us, and in the city. That's been great. We are really, really thankful for all those people around, and delivering home, stay home, stay safe at the same time. With this thing about not having beers around, of course, makes us grow a little bit in terms of sale. Every beer company has to in these days just attached to the regulations that the government just asked to, no production and stuff. So we've been surviving on the really stock that we used to have before, which is a real good thing as well, you know. I hope everyone stays at home, knows a little bit more of craft beer. And instead of not having the industrial one, like, give us a call. We're the local ones. In every town, there's a local brewery, and you should try those breweries. And
Absolutely, yeah.
try.
I think the thing is that there's a big movement on the internet talking about buy local, shop local, and we don't sometimes think about that we have people inside Mexico City that are brewing. And I know, Agustin, you just opened a brand new brewery in Coyoacán in the south of the city. And so we have local guys that started it from scratch, Gustavo as well. And so if anybody's watching tonight, support your local brewery, buy a couple. You know, these guys are really needing some of your support. Gustavo, we have a lot of beers that you sent us. So tell us about one beer. Talk it through with us. Walk through of what the beer is like. Tell us which one.
I decided to bring you all the repertoire of the six.
Julian and I
six
are going to have
guys.
a party tonight. It's going to be great. But tell us about one beer out of these that you want to share, and tell us about the beer.
What do you have in your hand?
Let's see. I've got the Ponderosa Challenger.
Okay,
It's an English IPA.
Yeah, I was just talking previously about this beer. Yeah, it's a British English IPA, malty, 6.8% alcohol, 6 months.
Nice.
Old school beer. A bit misunderstood in this country, but things that we like to do, and it's one of our elder brands with Old Fart. It's one of the two English beers that we brew. Old Fart being a British barley wine, and this Challenger. Challenger is a hop, a UK hop, and so it has some orangey marmalade jam flavors, all together with a very malty brew.
Absolutely. And so you're going to have to wait until the stores open again to get your most famous beer, in my opinion, the Cosaco Roja, right? That's the favorite beer of many of my friends. I guess that's only available in draft.
Yeah, I mean, these days we have been selling bottles of Roja without label. We have been selling growlers. Some people have bought kegs, but that's the least. Yeah, but there's no. I mean, our main sport is the draft, and Roja is kind of like the favorite. So we've been selling Roja, but we've been selling a lot of. I mean, our portfolio has been expanding, and in a certain way, I take it in a nice way that our beer has been in homes, which in other situation it wouldn't have been. So, because our operation is mostly draft, and our bottles are really consolidated to be, and we are ready to provide the stuff in the bottle in the same philosophy as we do on the draft, which is just non-filter, unpasteurized. Keep it in your fridge. The only difference you have in the bottle. So Ponderosa is a way for me just to expand and to brew other beers that I want to brew. And I brew 6,000 Ponderosa. I mean, you pick Challenger, but we have like 2 English, 3 Belgian, and New Zealand pils. So
That's great. You can have a variety of beer. And Agustin, you're back. That's great. Agustin, tell us quickly. We're running out of time, but we have a bunch of your beers because, Agustin, we know you can go online to the Cyprez website and you can buy a surtido, an assortment of beers, which I did. So I have your assortment of beers. So which is your favorite out of this assortment of beers?
I think it's depending on how the sun is outside, you know. It's like, well, I'm feeling like I'm going to try to a saison or something really like on the hype, or maybe you just want to have a cool night and then you'll go onto the red that Cosaco has or we have, and or mainly you want to go a little bit more local and just tried, I don't know, our bread saison that months ago we did with this guy Gustavo. which is great.
I was saying you're not answering the question. You have to choose one. What's your favorite beer?
I think.
What's your favorite?
IPA, I think, is the one getting me on the life.
Pale ale. Here you go, Julian. You can Yeah. Tell us about this beer quickly, Agustin.
Just natural odor of hops. Let's say the natural, the greatest thing in beer, and really fresh herbal beer. Let's say that. Really refreshing for everyone at home. And I invite everyone around to try new beers. You will for sure will find your favorite one. If you don't, we'll just continue to the next one and just drink it as well and have a good time with anyone sharing it.
I'm gonna take your advice, man. I'm gonna give beer a try.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's drink beer during the quarantine. Agustin, Gustavo, it's always an honor to have you guys on the show. We hope that
thank you guys.
Where they can drink very delicious on draft. Thanks for being on the show today. Agustin Aguilar y Gustavo González Chozas, right? It's another tongue twister that we got there. So, Julian,
we've definitely whet the crowd's appetite for beer. I mean, we got a lot. If you want to get some beer, I know someone you can talk to, and it's not breaking into Dan's house and taking his beer. Why don't we bring on to the show? Very excited to have her, the commercial director from Pinche Gringo Barbecue, Laila Garcia Mora.
How did we get her on the show? Look
hey, what's up, guys?
Laila!
You look amazing, by the way.
You look amazing.
Yeah, you look amazing.
Welcome to our first show, and what a background. I love it. Laila.
Oh, thank you. Production. We have production here.
I knew you were coming on the show today, so I got dressed up.
That's nice. Thank you for the effort.
So I hear that we're selling beer over at Pinche Gringo Barbecue. How's your Ley Saque going? You able to get through that?
Well, let me tell you that in this house there are a lot of rules, and Ley Saque is not one of them.
Yeah.
And since we're having so much fun with this quarantena, I want to make sure that everybody has beer and everybody has cocktails. So I want to show you what we're doing. Maybe some of you have seen our cocktails. And the best part of this is that they have a cool sticker, and you can share with your friends that you like to drink. So we have a lot of options, and obviously we have our delicious artisanal beers. We have our normal beers. And if you want to get some of that, it's really easy. You just have to type in the comments, I want beer. So yeah, that's it. I want beer. And
so if anybody's listening right now, you can just type in I want beer, and it will contact you.
Comments on the transmission, whatever you're watching this, I want beer. So a person from our team is going to contact you and give you a special discount that applies for a whole week before the next show. So do it and order your beers, and they're going to contact you and give the information. We have our amazing team taking orders, food orders and beer orders from WhatsApp. So you get personal attention, and it's like really easy for you.
Sweet. So you just like WhatsApp someone and then you get beer?
Yes.
The future is here.
All right.
It is.
Great. Thanks.
A special recommendation for you guys. We have this edition that our friends from Nomada made that have amazing stickers from coronavirus. And the profit of this goes to the service staff of our restaurant. So let's help.
That's great. All right. God, thanks, Laila. Thanks for coming out. And remember, you can buy all of these types of beers, some other flavors, just by going into that WhatsApp that we showed you, and you can write in the comments. Laila, thanks for being on the show. You're going to be on all the time. Definitely.
I'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, so that brings us up to talking about what's going on at the Gringo. So as you know, we are still closed at Pinche Gringo Barbecue over the next few weeks. We are excited to reopen when we can. But in the meantime, we're still pushing hard with our Stay at Pinche Home campaign. So starting with this Saturday, pardon me, we have yoga and beer at 11 a.m. on Instagram Live. So check that out. And then at nighttime, we got stand-up comedy night live with really, really awesome host. His name is Julian Valois. And that's 8 p.m. On Instagram Live. We have Hector Garcia back on the show this time. And then we have trivia night on Sunday. Our first night of trivia. Yeah, so stay tuned on our Facebook. Not necessarily tonight, but stay tuned tomorrow on our Facebook and Instagram. We'll be advertising about the trivia and how you can be a part of it on Sunday night at 8.
All right. I'm down. I'm going to that. I love trivia.
And then, I'm going to keep going on. We got a lot of events. Check out our Instagram and Facebook. Any day of the week, we're publishing some awesome content. But we'll also be launching our Pinche Bowls tomorrow, our Pinche Healthy Bowls.
Okay.
So for the person who is trying to keep fit and lean, you can order a Pinche Bowl, which includes, we have a rice bowl and a garden bowl. And you can mix vegetables and different, basically, beans and healthy stuff that we're not used to selling by throwing some brisket, pulled pork, turkey in there. So that's available starting tomorrow from our website. So those are some of the events we're coming up with the next few days.
Great. Excellent.
And one of the events we've been working on, of course, has been a little bit more than just doing a stand-up comedy night from my bedroom. We have a Barbecue for Heroes campaign, which has been pretty awesome. Dan, you want to shed a few words on that?
Yeah, it's been a very important campaign where we've worked with our customers and teamed up to send sandwiches to our heroes. We deliver them every Wednesday. Our customers can order them online. And we made a video to show you that. Let's go to the tape.
Roll the clip. I always wanted to say that.
We're here at the Centro Nacional Hospital La Raza. This is a purely COVID hospital, and we have a lot of patients. It is almost at capacity. We are right now in the heaviest part of COVID in Mexico City. I'm here with Laura right now, and Laura is one of our wonderful heroes that is helping and doing all great things to make sure that our hospital workers have the supplies they need. We have 50 sandwiches today that we are donating now to the hospital. They have some lovely notes on them that we write for our hospital workers. And Laura, tengo una pregunta. ¿Cómo está el hospital ahora?
Estamos como con 125 pacientes aproximadamente, la mayoría adultos. Y pues están los doctores, enfermeras, personal de higiene, camillería, pues todos trabajando para ustedes, para todos que estén bien. Esperamos que pues estos sándwiches que son hechos con tan buena vibra y con tan lindos mensajes, pues alimenten el corazón, no solo alimenten el estómago. Entonces les agradecemos mucho a todos sus mensajes y su buena vibra con estos sándwiches que me dicen, por cierto, que están deliciosos y que muchas gracias.
Laura, ¿cuál es la capacidad ahora del hospital?
Estamos ahorita como al 80%, 85% más o menos. Sí. Afortunadamente no todos los pacientes requieren ventilación mecánica. Están saliendo adelante con oxígeno. Muchos ya casos de éxito con sobrevida. Donar plasma. Si alguien de ustedes tuvo COVID-19, les pedimos que se acerquen al banco de sangre o bien nos pueden escribir al voluntariado de la raza y nosotros los vamos a canalizar al banco de sangre.
If you would like to donate, please donate now. Go to pgbq.mx and click on Donate Now, and you can buy a sandwich. It's only 155 pesos or $6, and Pinche Gringo Barbecue will match your donation with sandwiches of our own. We've donated a lot of sandwiches so far. We do not make any profit off of this whatsoever, and we take our profit from the sandwiches and we use it to make more sandwiches, and this is how we have the 50 sandwiches right now. So thanks. Please donate. Back to you in the studio.
Back to me in the studio.
Yeah.
From me.
Take it
From
away,
me.
Dan.
No, I just think that, we don't have equipment, and I think they need equipment and masks, but I also think that they really want to know that somebody cares about them. And that if we can send one sandwich to one medico and a beautiful note that they can read, makes their day. And I think that they really just need as well positivity. And we're a barbecue restaurant. We can smoke some meat and put on sandwiches. We can work together, you and us, to be able to do this. And again, we're not making any profit on anything, but if you have just 155 pesos you find underneath your sofa,
Yeah, your couch.
Or-
You put on
or
some
in your
pants.
car or whatever. Exactly.
Hey, 200 pesos.
You find it in there, the pants you haven't worn in 3 months. Please donate now. So that's it. This is the end of our first show,
That is.
right? Good job, Julian. High five.
Two man.
I'm Dan DeFasi at Pinche Gringo Dan.
And I'm Julian Vawa at Snappy Jules.
Have a great night, everybody. Thanks.
Take care, everyone. Cheers. Grab a beer. Come on. Pinche Gringo. Mexico is laughing thanks to you. We like to watch you dance salsa and listen to your bad Spanish too. We like to watch you almost.